How I got Band 8 in IELTS Speaking. In this video, I am sharing my own experiences and what are the techniques that I applied, which helps me to reach Band 8, only practicing for a month, and trust me, I am not even from the English-speaking country. If you practice it in a proper structure, you can get easy Band 7 or 8 in a month. Most students walk into the exam thinking part 1 is easy and we do not need any preparation before exam because of the basic questions such as hometown, work, studies, and hobbies, but it's one of the most important parts for the testing control. It's also a warm up for you to answer best in part 2 and part 3. And most importantly, in the first 4 to 5 minutes of the test, the examiner already decides your fluency level, your confidence level, and your natural speaking ability. So if you want Band 7, Band 8, or even higher, you must treat part 1 strategically. Let's assume speaking is a house and your part 1 is the foundation of that house. Without proper foundation, your house will not be strong enough. Even you have a great part 2 and part 3, you will stuck around band 6 or 6.5. In this video, I will show you exactly what the examiner is really looking for, the biggest mistakes students make, a simple answer structure you can use for any question, real examples of Band 8 level answers, and how to practice effectively at home. Let's begin. First, understand the purpose of Part 1. IELTS Speaking. Part 1 lasts around 4 to 5 minutes. The examiner asks you about everyday topics, and they are familiar and personal, such as hometown, studies, like or dislikes, and hobbies. The examiner does not want to check your knowledge, they just test your natural communication skills and prepare for the part 2 and part 3. If the examiner asks you, "Do you read books?" then never overthink that what if I said no, does the examiner will cut my marks or think that I am dumb? No. They does not care whether you read books or not and never cut your marks for not reading books. Just answer them honestly. If you never read a book or does not like to read and say yes, I read a book occasionally. And in some cases, examiner asks you a cross question. Which book do you read recently? Then there's come a problem. So be polite and answer truthfully. Examiners assess 4 criteria: fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range, and accuracy pronunciation. Let's learn first these roles in speaking part 1. At first, fluency and coherence. Fluency does not mean speaking fast. It means speaking smoothly without unnatural pauses like hmm, oh, and awkward sounds. If you pause too often to think about grammar, your fluency score decreases. Instead of thinking about perfect grammar, focus on expressing ideas clearly. Never look anywhere except the eyes of the examiner during the exam. It says that you're thinking or creating your answers in your mind and disrupts your fluency, which can lower your marks. Small pauses, repeating a word once, and self-correction is normal. For example, I prefer studying at night. Sorry, in the evening actually, because it's quieter and I feel more motivated. That correction is natural. It does not reduce your band score. In part 1, fluency is especially important. So, remember that. Now, let's know about lexical resources. Lexical resources simply mean vocabulary. If you use a variation in the words, using synonyms, you can score great band in lexical resource section. So, practice topic-related simple vocabulary. Learning difficult vocabulary takes time, and trust me, you never need them in a real exam. Instead, learn idioms and phrases like "over the moon" means you're really happy. For example, I was over the moon when I received my first phone at my 18th birthday. Do not force vocabulary. If the word does not come naturally, use simple but accurate language. So, I will provide you the most repetitive topics at the end of the video. Write down the vocabulary and phrases for all the topics and practice it. Third one is grammatical range and accuracy. This is one of the complicated part and we need another separate video for it. If you want, comment down below. Here is the simple trick. If the question is in past form, like, did you visit any lakes? Then answer in simple past form using V2 form was, were, had. For example, yes, I visited a lake last summer with my friends. Same for the present tense and future tense. If the question is in present tense, then use present tense, and if the question is in future tense, then use future tense. Let's try another example using same question for future tense. Will you visit any lakes in this summer? Yes, I will visit a lake in this summer with my friends. This is a general grammatical range and accuracy idea. Now, at last, pronunciation. You do not need a British or American accent. You need clarity. Focus on word stress, sentence stress, natural rhythm. Always remember to speak your words correctly. Your speaking should be clearly listenable and understandable to the examiner, so practice the words that you write for the topic related vocabulary before going to the real test. Now let's learn how to answer in IELTS Speaking Part 1. So, the biggest mistake students make is giving very short answers. For example, do you like reading? Yes, I do. Or, yes, I love reading books and magazines. That answer is grammatically correct. But it is not enough. You must extend your answer naturally. Imagine it like you're talking with your friends. How you answer when some of your friends question you, do you like reading? You probably says, yes, I love reading books, especially biographies. Recently, I read a book named Steve Jobs, and it inspires me a lot. That's it. Simple and effective. Remember, you should expand your answers, but do not open up too much. Expanding your answer does not mean giving very long answers. Keep it under 3 to 4 sentences. Some students speak for 1 minute for one question. That sounds rehearsed, and it feels unnatural. Do not memorize your answers. Examiners are trained to detect memorized responses. If your answer sounds robotic, over-prepared, or unrelated to the question, your score drops immediately. Now let me give you a simple structure you can use for almost every Part 1 question. I call it the 3-step expansion technique. Step 1, direct answer. Step 2, give a reason. Step 3, add a small example or detail. Let's see how this works. Let's try this question. Do you enjoy cooking? Step 1, yes, I really enjoy cooking. I gave a direct answer that I enjoy cooking. Step 2. It helps me relax after a busy day. In this step, I provide a reason why I enjoy cooking. Step 3. For example, last weekend I prepared traditional dishes such as chicken biryani with my family. At last, I gave an example of related topic, which makes it follow the structure and makes it band 8 level answer. That's it. This is the correct form of answering. Natural, balanced, fluent. Now let's try another example. Here is the question, do you prefer studying in the morning or at night? So, a band 8 style answer would be Step 1, I prefer studying in the morning. Step 2, I feel mentally fresh and more focused at that time. Step 3, when I study late at night, I tend to lose concentration more quickly. Or you can write something like, I practiced some of the vocabulary in this morning before attending this IELTS exam. Notice something important here. The speaker is not using very difficult vocabulary, but the ideas are developed clearly. There is comparison, explanation, natural flow. That is what Band 8 sounds like. Now let's discuss how to practice effectively. First, practice speaking out loud every day. Silent practice does not improve fluency, so speak out loud. Second, record yourself on the phone. At the same time, look yourself speaking in the mirror. It can be awkward at first, but trust my words. It will boost your confidence and helps you a lot at your real test. Listen carefully your recording and check. Are your answers too short? Are you repeating the same words? Are you speaking clearly? Third, practice with a timer. Give yourself 20 seconds to answer each part 1 question. This trains you to be concise and natural. Fourth, avoid overthinking. Remember, part 1 is a conversation, not a speech, not a performance. Be natural, be calm, be confident. Finally, remember this: part 1 is your first impression. If you start strong, you build confidence for part 2 and part 3. But if you start nervously with short answers, your confidence drops. So treat part 1 seriously. Master the 3-step expansion technique. Focus on clarity, not perfection. Use natural vocabulary. Show grammar variety. Speak smoothly. If you apply these strategies consistently, Band 7 becomes realistic. Band 8 becomes achievable. Do not practice all the part 1, 2, and 3 at one time. Practice your part 1 questions regularly for a week. If you can speak more fluently, then jump to part 2 and then part 3. Otherwise, if you start all the parts at once, you may lack confidence and probably give up on your speaking. Here are the most repetitive topics for IELTS speaking. Part 1. Now take one common question and try answering it using the 3-step expansion technique. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and comment Part 2 for Speaking Part 2 video